The purpose of this training is to provide a high-level overview of the Medicare Advantage, also known as Part C, application. This is for any new entities seeking to enter the Medicare Advantage market for the first time, and as a refresher for existing Medicare Advantage organizations applying to expand an existing contract or offer a new contract. CMS posts the MA application materials in late December or early January each year to our website, and they become available for completion in HPMS in mid-January. They include instructions, templates, and reference materials. You may only submit your materials via HPMS. Any applications sent to CMS via mail or email or means other than through HPMS will be rejected. Slide 3 outlines the key deadlines for MA applications. There will be no extension to the mid-February online application deadline that is announced via HPMS memo. Immediately following the deadline, HPMS will automatically lock down the application modules and no further application work will be possible. The automated MA application for a new contract with CMS is available to entities that submitted a Notice of Intent to Apply, or NOIA, for a new MA contract. Depending on the product and plan type submitted in the NOIA, required elements of the MA application will be automatically made available to applicants in HPMS. That is why the first attestation described on Slide 4 is important. If the product type indicated for your contract in HPMS is correct, you answer yes and proceed. If it is incorrect, for example, if you wanted to apply for an HMO and the contract is an LPPO, you should stop and contact CMS immediately. You cannot change the product type you are applying for after you submit the application. Slide 5 describes how expansion applications are generated. CMS encourages you to read the online user guide to find answers to your questions. Expansion applications include existing Medicare Advantage organizations that are expanding their service area, adding individual market to an existing employer-only contract, adding EGWP to their contract for the first time, or expanding an EGWP service area must enter their pending service area and complete the EGWP attestation if applicable. A description of the application itself begins on Slide 6. The Medicare Advantage application consists of a series of attestations and document uploads for the sections. The MA application covers multiple product types, including coordinated care plans, private fee-for-service plans, Medicare savings account plans, and 1876 cost plans. Each product type has both an initial and service area expansion application type, with the exception of 1876 cost plans. Initial applications are for applicants seeking an MA contract for a product type for the first time, existing MA organizations seeking to offer a contract to offer a new product type, existing PFFS contractors who are required to transition some or all of their service area to a network-based product. As described on Slide 3, initial or new applicants must have submitted a NOIA in order to have a pending contract ID to access and complete the online application. Please note, the application for Special Needs Plans, or SNPs, is separate from the Medicare Advantage application process. SNP training is delivered separately. Slide 7 outlines the structure of the initial MA application. Slide 8 outlines the rest of the initial application sections. Slide 9 outlines the structure of the Service Area Expansion, or SAE, application. Applicants must attest to meeting our county integrity rule in the application. If the applicant attests no, then the applicant has the ability to request CMS's approval to operate a partial county by uploading a partial county justification template. One template must be completed for each partial county requested in the applicant's service area. The MA application states that the partial county justification is required for both active and pending partial counties. CMS defines active here as an active partial county that is adding one or more zip codes. SAE applicants are not required to resubmit previously approved partial county justifications in the application unless the SAE applicant is changing the zip codes and contained in the partial county. The next few slides provide common findings we see for partial counties. We encourage applicants to review these common findings as needed if they intend to offer a new or expanded partial county. Applicants should keep in mind that CMS does not consider the inability to contract as an acceptable partial county justification. Also, other MA plans operating in the county as full may indicate that the partial county offering is discriminatory. Applicants must prove conclusive evidence showing that their partial county request presents no discrimination. Slide 13 provides an example. The existence of other MA plans operating in the entire county may provide evidence that approving a partial county service area would be discriminatory. Slide 14 provides a second example. Applicants must prove conclusive evidence showing that their partial county request is in the best interest of beneficiaries. Here are some final important reminders. Please note that applications must meet all our requirements at time of submission. We conduct a courtesy review first, which we complete in mid to late March. If there are deficiencies, you will receive a deficiency notice and have a few days to submit curing materials. Then we conduct a second round of reviews, after which we send conditional approvals and notices of intent to deny. If you receive a notice of intent to deny, you have 10 days to cure per the regulation. Then we review all curing materials and send denial or conditional approval notices in late May. If we deny your application, you may pursue our administrative appeals process while going through the regular Part D bid process. An important note for applicants failing to submit a complete application by the deadline. CMS will not accept applications that do not represent an organization's good faith effort to submit a substantially complete application. Organizations should not submit an application so deficient that CMS can only conclude that it was developed solely as a placeholder intended to do little more than meet the application deadline. Organizations taking this course will not be afforded the opportunity to cure their application nor request an administrative appeal of a CMS decision not to accept the application for review. Those applicants meeting all requirements of the MA application will be issued a conditional approval. The conditional approval of your application is not a guarantee that you will be issued a contract. You will need to separately meet all deadlines and receive approval of all other required elements to be awarded a contract in September of the year in which the application was submitted. For example, September 2021 for the 2022 contract year. Finally, Slide 17 provides you with several resources you may reference throughout the application process. Thank you for your time and attention. We look forward to working with you throughout this process.